We've just left our office, which is behind us, to go on a midweek micro adventure, which is not really something I've done before, but good friend James, expert wilderness explorer, assures me that they're a lot of fun. But James, what is a micro adventure?
Well, we don't have to go to the edge of the world on multi-day expeditions and suffer like dogs to actually go and have a bit of fun on the bikes. That's not just about riding. So we're just going to do about a 20-mile ride. We've got a real cool spot for us to go and camp, and then, yeah, come back in the morning refreshed and ready to go.
It's pretty exciting for a Tuesday in the middle of September.
What else would you be doing on a Tuesday night?
Well, we better not hang around, because although today is absolutely scorching, we're actually at the tail end of September, which means we're running out of daylight. Fortunately, Kryptonite have provided us with some lights to help us have our adventure, and we'll be talking about these a little bit as we go through the video. But let's get cracking.
So, just come out of the business park where the offices are, and we're just going on the quiet little lanes. Not off-road yet, but it's still pretty good fun.
What a lovely evening!
Yeah, I don't think we can actually ask for anything more. So this is Rupert's first time bivvying out. So he's never used a bivvy bag before, but he has a sleep system with him.
One part jacket, one part sleeping bag.
So hopefully he should be absolutely fine. But luckily it's only supposed to go down to about 15 degrees now, which is crazy.
Mad end of September heat wave.
Yeah, yeah. So we're just about to nip off onto the canal and then have a little play. So we've just been travelling a little bit of distance from the office. We've come onto this amazing bit of fire road, and Rupert was complaining because his seat pack was wobbling around. And it's because he's carrying another lock with him. Now we suddenly realised that the lock has got a mount that you can fit onto a bottle cage. And he has a spare bottle cage mount on the bottom of his bike. So he's now fixing it up. So it means that his seat pack can be a little bit lighter, and hopefully he should stop complaining about it.
Honestly, this is so smart. I can't believe I didn't think about this. This lock, this could change my whole ride.
I hope
could
so.
barely go around corners, my seat back was wagging so much. That's great. I'm really impressed with that.
Right, let's get going, come on.
First stop. And it's my fault. 1-0 to me.
It's always going to be 1-0 to him.
Sorry, James. Sorry. So sorry.
So we've reached the first of the hills. Forgot to tell him that there's a few hills before we get anywhere near the fun stuff. So this is quite a long one, but
Beautiful around here.
it's nice, isn't it?
This is what's great, is that I had no idea these trails were this close to the office.
Yeah,
None at all.
you can come and play to your heart's content now. It's getting harder now, so I'm going to have to pedal and change gear.
Having a quick bite to eat. James got a bit peckish. Can't take him anywhere.
So we stopped here. We're just about to find our spot to camp in the Devil's Punch Bowl. This beautiful area here. That sunset,
Beautiful, wasn't it?
I think you're wearing it. Those colours are just...
We planned it ahead.
That was incredible. I thought I was actually riding into the sunset and realised I was riding into the back of you.
Pre-planned.
So it's getting to the point now where we need to use our lights. So we've got our lights here from Kryptonite. Now I've got the X6, I've got the big bad boy here.
You've got the unit.
Yeah, this is really decent. It's got 7 modes and it has, at the moment, in the lowest mode, there's over 27 hours of life.
It's quite, and it tells you that on top as well, doesn't it?
It's got a little screen on the top, which is great. So it actually can cycle through and you know exactly how much time you've got left in that particular mode. And even in the brightest mode, it's got 2 hours 48 left at the moment as I started to ride up here. Now, Kryptonite do things slightly differently, don't they, when it comes to their lights and basically how they describe how good the lights are.
Yeah, so they use lux, or a term called lux, instead of lumen, which you might more commonly associate with bike lights.
Everybody uses lumen and you kind of like know where you are with that. But the thing with the lumens is that is basically the power output of the light itself. So it's the light intensity that comes out of the front of the light. And it's not that light intensity that hits the objects you're trying to shine. Whereas lux is actually the light intensity and the beam pattern at the point you're trying to shine. So it's actually a much better representative of the light that you're going to get from a particular light.
It's sort of, the best way to think about it is usable light.
Yeah.
It's light that's going to help you see objects that are coming your way. So if you're riding off-road, like we are doing a little bit of tonight, or you're riding on the street, you would really notice using these lights that use lux, it creates a very intense beam pattern on the road in front of you.
So you can see here, we've got like a really, really cool beam here. And the other thing you notice as well is it's truncated, so it's cut off at the top. So that's the other area that's really good with these lights, is because you don't have that wasted light that blinds drivers. The one thing that everyone hates as a driver is having a bright light shined into your eyes. It's dangerous.
Yeah, all bedded in. We did about 50 Ks all in tonight.
It's been pretty good, you know. Had a beer. Are we allowed to say that?
Had a spot of dinner.
Spot of dinner as well, yes. Got everything set up.
You keep mocking me for my sleep system.
Yeah, I do. No, I think it's going to be fine because like tonight, it's quite warm. So you're going to be okay.
I hope so.
Yeah.
This is my first, I know we've said it's my first time bivvy bagging, but this is the first time any of my kit has made it outdoors.
Yeah, this is the bit where...
So it's a
this
test.
is the test. So luckily it's okay. So we only have to deal with the owls, the deer and the badgers. Of those 3, it's the badgers I'm worried about.
Oh, we're on their level.
We're on the level. Yeah, so set up is relatively flat as well.
Yeah, we've done quite well, I feel.
So it's pretty decent. So it's now, what time is it now?
About 11.
Yeah. Bedtime, isn't it?
It's bedtime, I think, really.
Yeah, because we've got to get up early to get back to the office.
Oh, yeah.
For another day in work.
Kind of forget that it's been having so much fun. Forgotten that there's work,
Tuesday
there's
night.
work to do tomorrow. It is just a Tuesday night, so we've got to commute in tomorrow.
Yeah. But we can do this again tomorrow night if you want.
Every night.
Right, time to go bedtime.
Time to sleep in the dark, cold bush. Now, this is the secret bit that I didn't want James to know, is that I've brought my favourite face mask with me. I don't sleep very well when it gets light. And, you know, I thought it might get light a bit early, so I've got my very favourite face mask ready for a good night's sleep. Was this, I think everything will be okay.
Morning, James.
Morning, mate, you right?
Yeah.
Sleep?
Eventually. Not straight away.
That was lovely.
I slept quite well. It was quite nice, even though I wasn't asleep. Just lying here. It's very quiet. The good news is the bikes are still here as well, so the Kryptonite lock did its job, which is actually something a lot of people do worry about when you go camping out. Is we get asked this a lot, is how do you lock your bikes when you're asleep? And you're like, oh yeah, I guess you are going to be unconscious next to them, but here they are, still there, still present, ready to take us home again. Well, it is a Wednesday morning and we have to commute back into work. It's 20 to 7, so we've got a couple of hours riding to play with. But first, a cup of coffee. Very important.
Fed and watered.
Had some coffee. We're right at the top of the punch bowl at the moment. How long have we got till we have to be in the office?
Well, we've got a little over an hour to crack back again.
Okay.
So
okay.
You've been formulating some routes.
Yeah, we've got a few different options we can do. So to be honest, I reckon we could do even a little bit of fun off-road on the way back as well, really. So which would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Off-road before work.
Set us up for the
What
day
a
in the
treat.
office. Yes.
But we had better get going. So
Okay.
let's crack on.
All right.
I learned two real lessons yesterday on my first bivvy experience. The first is always camp on a flat gradient. We found somewhere we thought was flat. As soon as you lie down, you suddenly feel the gradient, and it was not flat. And I spent the whole time in the bivvy bag trying desperately to get comfortable and not slide to the bottom of it. Second thing I learned about bivvying: always take a pillow. Man, I needed a pillow last night. I'll be getting a good flat pillow to complement my bivvy kit. But other than that, absolutely loved it. Thought it was great. Already thinking about when I can do it again. But with winter coming in and it getting darker and darker, I'm not sure. So we've made it back to the office in the nick of time. We really had to put a shift in to get back, but we've got just a few minutes to spare to grab some breakfast and another cup of coffee.
I think I'm going to grab a shower first before anything else.
You do need one. We sampled some amazing trails on the way back in, but now we've got to get in and get our head down. If you have enjoyed this video, then please do give us a like, leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out. But James and I will be back soon with some more great content, and we'll see you then.
This was the James!